First of all, big time congratulations to Red Star Belgrade. If we look at this tie in the two matches, believe it or not, they were the better team. They were simply the better team. AC Milan defended a man up. Gigi Donnarumma was wasting time in the 23rd minute. Let's start from the beginning. I had an issue, big time issue with the starting lineup. I get that this 3-4-2-1 formation worked in the last match, but having Gobelic as a center back isn't going to work. He started off his career as a striker more or less, then he moved to right midfielder, then to right back, and now it's center back. It's very tough. I get that it works, so you want to do it again because it's the game. You use the same game plan from the last match. I completely get that. But having a guy play his first ever match at center back isn't a smart idea. The penalty obviously was on him. He gets a yellow card. I don't know. First of all, I don't even know if that's a yellow card. I don't even know if the ball is going on net when he handles the ball. The penalty, I understand. Hands were away from the body. It hit his hand. They score 1-0. I completely get that part. The second yellow card, the one thing I'll say is AC Milan players are extremely good at luring other players into picking up cheap yellow cards. We saw that with Rodic in the first tie, and we saw that with Gobelic in the second tie. The second yellow card, you can argue it was a yellow card. I'll give you that. The first one, there's no way. Ben's goal, Ivanic, first of all, was absolutely outstanding tonight. Probably the best player on the pitch when you include both teams. Everything ran through him. Key passes, setting up guys, trekking back, picking up the ball, getting everyone involved. Outstanding. His best match as a Red Star player in the year and a half or two that he's been here. Superb today. Outstanding. Ben's goal, again, I've said it before. I don't know if I said it here or on my podcast. The best form player Red Star has ever brought in. We've had extremely good players the last 4 years since we've had the success of Europa League and Champions League. Ben has scored key goals in qualifying, in Europa League, in Champions League. You can argue that maybe Richmond Boachi has scored bigger goals. Maybe when you take a look at Keln and stuff like that, FC Cologne, you can argue that. But Ben shows up. He scored against Paris and so on and so forth. Outstanding goal to Donnarumma's left side. AC Milan, I get that they're second in Serie A, but if they're second, I don't know what the other teams look like. I watch some Italian football. If this is the second best team, I can't even imagine what third, fourth, fifth place teams look like. I don't even want to get into the bottom part of the table. When you watch this match in the 80th minute, you would think that they're the ones that are chasing the game. They're up on away goals and they're not connecting on passes. They're not making smart decisions. They panic. I mean, I don't know what's gotten into them the last 3 or 4 rounds of football. If I'm a team, and I'm not sure how Europa League works now, if it's just pot A and pot B and stuff like that, or if it's just drawings or whatever. I'm honestly begging I get AC Milan. If they perform like this, they're right for the picking. They're going to get destroyed by a better team. Red Star was down to 10 men for a good 15-20 minutes, and they created just as much going forward as AC Milan. Now, AC Milan created a lot of chances when Red Star went down to 10 for obvious reasons. Red Star, first of all, is down to 10 men. Now they also have to push up. They have to score. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm completely shocked at what happened through these two ties. I haven't looked at the stats. I know at one point the possession for Red Star was like 53, 54. I'm sure it was somewhere close to 50 or something like that at the end of the match. 2 key misses. First of all, Donnarumma, outstanding stop on Sonogo off the line. Like outstanding, stretched out, fully stops the ball. Gobelic comes on, this is when he was still on the match, and he just fires the ball over the net. It's these type of chances, and I said it from the first video I did. Milan is going to give you chances. Every team that you play is going to give you chances. It's just, what are you going to do with those chances? Chance like that, you have to score. You can't miss from 3 yards out and blast it over the net. You just simply can't. I think it was the side of the net. You can't do that because they're going to most of the time they're going to punish you. They didn't in this case, but great teams will punish you. Alexander Katai, God bless his heart, he's back. He also had essentially a one-on-one or a two-on-one with Ivanic, and he just completely missed the net and hit the side netting. I get him missing, he hasn't played since, I think, in a competitive match since probably December, maybe November. So it's been a long time. He's been out due to injuries and some personal health. So I get it. He gets a pass. The only thing I would have said in that case, you whip the ball over to Ivanic, who's been an absolute fire. I think it was him and Ivanic. You whip it over to Ivanic and you let him, like, Ivanic was outstanding today, and you kind of put it into his hands what to do with the ball. One thing I'll say is, we weren't critical enough when we needed to be, and that's ultimately kind of what cost us. And that's honestly ultimately what cost AC Milan for maybe scoring 2 or 3 more goals. This could have easily finished 3-3 or 4-3 or 4-4 or something along the lines of that, because there's so many chances created. Pankov again, almost an own goal. He's just kind of lost with everything. Red Star scores a goal. It gets called back because it hits, out of 10 guys in the box, of course it hits Pankov's arm. And, Ben slotted into the net, and like, I feel for the guy. I like him as a center back. He was completely out of it in these two legs in the 2-match tie. In terms of Milan, no one really stood out for Milan. The backline was fairly bad. Even he had his way, dribbles and all this stuff. He had his way. Ben was good. I think Kanga was fairly good. It just too many shots from distance that really didn't make a mark. But no moral victories, as I always say. Hold your head up high. We created a ton of opportunities. A corner was given pretty much the last kick of the match. He gives a corner and then he blows the whistle and the match is over. So it looked like the referee could barely wait to blow the whistle, because set pieces have been Red Star's friend throughout the last, I would say, year or so. A lot of goals, a lot of chances created from set pieces. And the Pankov handball was actually from a set piece as well that was whipped in, that Ben eventually ended up scoring, which was called back. But I mean, hold your head up high. We have a solid foundation to build upon with the players that we do have. In the summer, you tweak, you add some players here and there. You're going to need a left and right back. So left and right back, you're going to need those positions. Maybe you tighten up the defensive midfield positions. And look, maybe even a striker, because Falcinelli does a lot of stuff off the ball. He got fouled a number of times today, but he just has trouble scoring in these big games. So those are just some of the things to adjust. But hats off to the guys. They left it all on the pitch. They gave their best shot. Milan almost, you could say, was luckier at the end, and we go on from here.